Hello all. Right. Should have done this one a long time ago, really, because maybe it's like it should be the title track for the videos and stuff like that. But I had a request from a guy called D9050, which I'm wondering, is that like Joe 90? Has he got one of them machines that means he can fly jets and stuff like that and become a brain surgeon? Show me age there, haven't I? And he says, what is the Courier Exchange and how does it work? Well, it's a good question, that Dean, and it's quite a long question if you want to go all the way through it. But as for what is the Courier Exchange, I suppose if you rang them, they might say something, but I'm going to tell you what I think the Courier Exchange is. Now, as far as I understand it, the reason the Courier Exchange was created as a backload platform. So, which means if you've got your own courier company, say for example you're delivering fruit and veg from Biggleswade, and in the morning all the fruit and veg comes in and you put it in your vans and you drive it to Rochester and Rotherham and Manchester and I don't know, Welling Garden City, and all day long these vans are coming back empty. And one day you go, it's a shame this, because all these vans are going out there and some of them are going quite a long way and they're coming back and they've got nothing in them. Wouldn't it be great if I could get something in on the way back? So the Courier Exchange, I believe, is designed as what you would call a backload platform, which means you'll get your good money, your end user money, your own customers' money for sending the jobs out there, and then on the way back you might get half the money, but half the money's better than no money. So you charge them £2 a mile going out there, and then you bid for a job on the way back, you get £1 a mile coming back. So rather than getting £2 there and back, you've got £3 there and back because you've got the quid coming back. Lovely, that's fantastic. That is how I believe it started, with courier companies going, I've got this guy, I've got a regular job coming out of Milton Keynes all the time, delivering doors all over the place, my vans are coming back empty. So you'll get together and you go, well, what I'll do is I'll say, I've got jobs as well, and my jobs are going from Sheffield back to Milton Keynes. So if you've got a van in Sheffield, you'll take it back to Milton Keynes, I'll give you half the money, I'm only having to pay half the money, you're getting money you wouldn't have got, everyone's a winner, baby. So that, I believe, is the ethos behind the Courier Exchange. But then what happened was I met Tony, and my market trading career was taking a massive nosedive in the toilet. And so he said, you want to jump on this thing called the Exchange? So when I jumped on it, I kind of thought it was just like a way to make money. So what I then did was I just did what you're supposed to do. So I got the platform and I'd bid on a job and I'd get the job, and then I'd bid on another job and I'd get the job, and I'd bid on another job and get the job, and so it would go. And you'd probably get about 3 a day and then maybe one on the way home. And I'm making dough. I was making a lot more dough than I was making on the market, to be honest with you. So I didn't actually understand when I started it there was actually a backload platform. I just kind of figured that it is a way of making money. And 18 months later, it's still a way of making money. I'm still doing it. I know it's not easy. I know February is hard. I know there are some complaints out there about the jobs aren't there anymore, and I don't presume for one moment to say that I'm Mr. Fantastic. I might just be Mr. Lucky. I might just be the right guy in the right place at the right time, and I know I'm in a decent area. I know some people in other areas, and I know honest, decent people that have like tried and just can't make it work. I also know other people that are joined, like my mate Ray and Franz and Martin, who's on our firm now, and me and Al. I've been running all week this week. I'm still hitting my targets, so it's still out there. You can still do it. I know some people say you can't, but I know you can because I'm doing it. So you've got two options with that. One, you can either believe me or not believe me, and quite frankly, I don't really mind either way because it doesn't affect my life in any way, shape or form. There's also been something that does frustrate me, however. When you bear in mind that it's designed as a backload platform, then how can you put backloads on it? Everything that says it's a hot shot is already a backload, because the rate that you're charging or the rate that they're paying is kind of already a backload rate. And then so if they put it as a backload rate, who's it that said on Hong Kong Fooey, and Danny Richardson said, how come like the jobs in the afternoon sell for less than the jobs in the morning? And this drives Al mad as well, my business partner. And he turns around and says, you wouldn't do it at Tesco's, would you? You wouldn't turn around and say, I'm going to work on the tills from 8 till like 2 in the morning. Hello, mate, you all right? Yeah, ignore me, I'm making a video. He says, you wouldn't work on the tills from 8 till 2 and then say, well, but between 2 and 4 o'clock or between 2 and 6 o'clock, I'll do it for £6 an hour rather than £8.50 an hour because I'm here anyway. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, it just doesn't work. But the problem is, and the way it works with the exchange, my arm's getting tired, is the fact that jobs sell for what they sell for. And you bid what you're comfortable with. And say for example, I mean there have been jobs. Say for example, you are at this place here. And they go, and it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they say, I've got a job going back to Dunstable. It's one pallet. It's like 80 miles, but it only pays 30 quid. And it's going to base. I go, well, stick it on. So I'm going there anyway and take it off. So jobs will go. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes as a shipper, you're lucky. You'll get something going in the right direction. Sometimes as a driver, you're lucky. You can be the only man in that location. You don't really want the job. You make some silly bids and you get a phone call and the guy says, I don't really want to pay it, but I've got to get this job off. It works both ways. But that's what I know the exchange to be. Some people will disagree with me, which is fine. Because what it is to me and what it is to you are two completely different things. Some people will say, don't believe him, which again is also fine. Believe me, don't believe me. I'm not holding a gun to your head. If you want to scroll back, you'll see all the videos I did as a market trader, but this is the exchange as I see it. This is the exchange as it works. It is technically a backload platform, and I recommend you use it as a backload platform. Moving forward, if you want to make a go of this, get your own customers. You can't get them off the exchange, but you can take time off of your day when you're not running in the van. You can approach people, you can phone people, you can email people, you can ask your friends and family, you can ask your mate Barry who's got a door company, or your mate Brian who sells foam, and go, Brian, who's moving your foam? And then you can go and get them directly, and because you get them directly, there's a good chance you'll get more money. But then when you finish delivering Barry's doors or Brian's foam and you find yourself in Bournemouth and you've got to get yourself back to Winchester and a job pings up on the exchange from Bournemouth to Winchester, you think, I'll have that, and you get your money on the way home. That is what the Courier Exchange is, and that's what it is to me. And it might be something different to you, and I've said all the way along, I don't presume to be Mr. Fantastic, and if it hasn't worked out for you, then I'm sorry. But to be honest with you, and you can scroll back 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I was in a much different situation. That's just me. That's just my personal experience. Everybody's different. As for how it works, this has all the makings of your lucky day. There's an entire channel now of videos on how the app works, what van to buy, and once again, and I say all the way along, and I say categorically, there's a lot of people out there that know it an awful lot better than me, but this is my understanding of the exchange. And if you do decide to go on board, I hope it works out for you, and I hope you take care, take money.